It was my first day of high school. I was a new student here in Phoenix, Arizona. I just moved from Denver, Colorado. And for people with disabilities, it's really hard to come out of their norm and to move into states, to change to a whole new environment. But I lived in these apartments, and it was cool all summer long. I had some friends, but the first day of high school, and none of these kids were going to the same high school as me. But I looked at my schedule, and I'm like, oh, first hour, PE. That's perfect. I'm athletic. I'll go to first hour. I'll make some friends. I'll show off a little bit. I'll have somebody to hang out with at lunch. PE, first hour. Oh, my, perfect. So I go to PE, and I go to school, and I'm excited. We're in PE class. I walk in, and there's this big gym, and this guy hands me this lock, and I'm like, oh, man, I've never done a lock before. So I was like, oh, I'll figure this out. So I go to the lock, and I got my paper with the code, and I'm struggling with the code. I was like, oh, I've never done this before. I didn't want to ask for help. I didn't want to look insecure at this moment. So this PE teacher walks over and he says, son, I got something for you. And I was like, oh, he's going to probably give me a better locker and easier locker to open. So I was like, all right. He's like, follow me. And I was like, all right, we'll follow you. So I start to follow this big, tall man. We walk down out of the gym, and I was like, hey, where are we going, sir? He doesn't answer me. And I was like, hey, excuse me, where are we going? And he's a big, tall man. So I'm like short, and I'm like, well, maybe he can't hear me. So we started walking down the hallway, and I'm like, well, I'll follow him. We walked down the hallway, and we all of a sudden we exit the building, and I was like, where are we going? Excuse me, where are we going? And he just keeps up his brisk pace, like he's not listening to me. All of a sudden we end up in the front office, and he's like, can we get this young man something else to do? And I was like, hey, I'm supposed to be in PE with you right now. And the secretary says, young man, please have a seat over there. Now, it was like my first day, and I was in this office, and he just said, can I get something else to do? And everybody was staring at me now. And I felt all my excitement just went down. And I sat there, and I was like, what am I going to do? And I wanted to cry, really. I wanted to cry, but I was like, man, this man, he messed up my whole day now. So I sat there for the rest of the hour. The secretary said, you can go back to class. It's your second hour now. I went home, I told my parents. My parents came back the next day. They had a huge argument with the PE teacher and the principal involved. And my mom lost the battle. They said, your son cannot be in PE because of his disability. He has to take office assistant for his 2 years to high school requirements to graduate. Now, it wasn't the thing that I wanted to do. I was upset about it. I was like, my mom was upset about it, but my mom always said sometimes the path that you want to take isn't always there for you. You got to go a different way sometimes. We know the end result's going to be great. Sometimes you got to go to this different path. And I was like, man, I wasn't happy. So my senior year, I was really good at sports. Never played basketball, never went in the gym. And they had an after-school basketball program, and my friend said, hey, David, we signed you up for the program. And I said, dude, coach won't let me in there, man. Coach won't let me in. They're like, don't worry about coach, we got you. Coach will let you in there, don't worry. I was like, I don't know. I'll go with you guys, but if I can't play, I'm just going to be mad and go home. They're like, don't worry. So it was like a 6-week program. 6 week, my team was in the championship game against this other team. I'd been playing great the whole program. Man never talked to me. We're in the final game. We're going back and forth. I hit the game-winning shot right over his favorite student, right in his face. Just boom, hit that shot. Booyah, man, what's up? I turned around and I just stared at him. What's up? He couldn't even look at me. He couldn't even say, hey, good shot, young man. Hey, good shot, son. He couldn't even do that. But all those 4 years of anger, all that pent-up anger that I had inside, it left. It was crazy. All he said was, good job, boys. Let's put all the balls away and go home now. That was a fun program. I was like, are you serious? But the funniest thing is when the man introduced me to the secretary and I had to be an office assistant for those 2 years, she befriended me. My senior year, she introduced me to a man who gave me a scholarship to go to college. So it wasn't the path that I wanted to go on, that my mom told me to stay on, to just follow the path that was given to me. I followed the path that was given to me, and I was going to be the one succeeding now because I was going to college to be a teacher, to work, to have a chance to even work beside the man. So his hate and his anger and his discriminating against me didn't determine what I was going to do in life.